Okay, hi folks, welcome back. This is Arlene. I just want to show you what it looks like after I sanded it and took care of it. This is what it looks like, alright? And it's completely smooth. You won't see a bump. Shouldn't see a bump. If you feel a little bit of a bump in there, what you want to do is you want to take some sawdust again, but you want to take like sandpaper sawdust, finer than the bandsaw. If you can find, you can just sand the bottom of it or sand another piece of basswood and get a little bit into the glue and just go back over it again a little bit to fill in any little gaps you may have. Same thing here on the face. You see the line going across his nose there, and it's perfectly fine. You know, it's perfectly flat. Now this burning won't show anyway. It's pretty well filled up with sawdust and the rest. We won't see that when we paint. It's a shame because I really wanted to do the wood burning one there to show you how to do it. Usually all my animals I do the wood burning texture, but I will do it on the tail. Okay, so first I'm going to show you how to finish off these feet. Now, as you can see, the arm or the leg here goes down to a very small little claw. Okay, same thing here. It's thicker. It's going to be a little bit wider down here and a little thinner up here. And I just started to round this off a little bit and get it tapered. See how wide that is? Tapered to about that size. Now we're just going to round it up, just like so. Actually round this off a little bit. Take off that point there. Just like so. Good. I'm not going to wet it again because we had a little bit of a problem doing that with this piece. So, and I don't need to. It's soft enough to cut this and to finish this up. So I'm just going to make that a little bit smaller there. You'll see in a second. And then once we get this all done, what we're going to do is we're going to put the same thing up here, down here. We're going to put a little one. I'm just going to put 3 in. And I made these a little more distinct than the ones on the hands. I'm sorry, the ones on the hands here. And one over here. Okay, so that's roughly what we have done here. Cut that a little further. Okay, and we're just going to round that up a little bit. And we go take it off from the bottom a little bit. It looks like it's curved, like a little foot. You can do the other one offline, folks. I'm just going to go back over here and recut. I sanded this whole thing pretty well where I'm ready to paint it. And what I'm going to do for the sake of time, I'm going to tell you what colors I'm going to use. I'm going to use some burnt umber, burnt sienna, and some browns, and I'm going to use some white, a little bit of black for the stripes on the back. Okay, so once you get this done, folks, you're going to have to get the other side to match. That's always a little bit of a challenge. So see how we have that foot, and that's what he looks like. Alright, and what we're going to do with the tail, I'm going to show you that right now. Let me go get the wood burner here, bear with me. Let me turn this on here and flip it on. I'm going to show you, I'm going to have, since I can't burn the rest because of the wood burning, I'm afraid it's going to really show because it's very hard to control the burning aspect of it on that. So what you want to do is you just want to make some deep, you can use a V-tool if you want to. I'm just going to use this, and I'm going to space it out a little bit, just like so. Let me see if I can bring that up to show you what that looks like. Okay. just like so, and then I'm going to follow this all, hang on, I'm going to follow this all the way around to the end of the tail here. And what you want to do is you want to crisscross. Alright, I'm really going deep and I'm spacing it out pretty good. Alright, just like so, because I want that to look like a little bushy tail. Okay, and just crisscross it a couple of times. Just kind of follow that over and then crisscross it again. Just like so. Now, if you didn't make the mistake like I did, then I would do the whole body the same way. But I'm just going to be doing this portion of it right now, and you know, just pushing it in there pretty far. You can get different types of tips for the wood burner. I have this really little short one here that you see. Okay, or I can put that behind her so you can see how short that is. Usually they're a little bit wider, which is fine. So that's how I'm going to do this, folks, and I'm going to finish up the sanding. So that's what the tail is going to look like. I'm going to kind of blend that in, and then we're going to paint them. Okay, and then I'll probably tell you, if I don't show you how I paint it, I'll show you the end result and show you the colors I used to get what it looks like. Alright, so I hope you enjoyed carving him, and we'll come back with a finished product here. I finished one, and we'll see how those lines, if they appeared or not. The one thing I will do is I'm going to seal it before I paint it. That will help this kind of stuff. Sometimes I like to paint it first and then seal it, but this stuff where the wood filler is, that's really just going to soak up the color and the paint, so you don't want to really do that. Okay, so you want to seal it first before you paint, especially if you put any wood filler like I did on this. Okay, so it's really been a learning project, a lot more on how to handle it when things crack. So I'm going to finish up the tail. I'm going to start painting it, finishing up a few little sanding areas with the feet, and then I'm going to paint it, and then I'll show you and tell you how I took care of that later. Okay, folks, thank you very much. Bye-bye.